Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video. Today we are ranking the League One fans from the 22-23 season. We're going to put them onto this tier list from A star, A, B, C down to fail. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the numbers they've been taking on the road this season, giving my personal opinion on when I've seen these fan bases, and just making a bit of an assumption based on the noise they make as well. So do get your opinions down below. You might disagree, that's fine, get your comments in, but do make sure to drop a like and do hit the red subscribe button if you like your League One content. Let's start off with Burton Albion then, and I'm going to start them off in fail. I'm sorry Burton Albion fans, you know, there is some dedicated Burton fans that do go to the away games, but bear in mind they are pretty central in the UK. It's not like it's millions of miles from everywhere, but they only average 250 away fans, which is pretty low really. Considering there's some big clubs in this division, Burton Albion's fan base is one of the smallest. Once again, fair play to the fans that do go to the away games. That is proper supporters, but I'm going to say it's not the best. Let's go on to Lincoln City. I'm going to put Lincoln in B. I'd say they're quite good. On their day, they could be some of the noisiest in League One. So far this season, they're averaging just under 800 away fans, which is pretty good support, to be honest. So bear in mind they're mid-table. That's a pretty mid-table away following as well. So like I say, on their day, very good following. I've seen them at Coventry once or twice and they've been quite noisy. So Lincoln City fans, I'd say, are pretty good. I'll put them in B. Next up, Exeter City. I like Exeter's fans. I'm going to put Exeter in B. Do bear in mind the geography of this. Being in Devon means it's quite hard to get to the northern away games. So the fact that they still average 700 away fans is a pretty good following for Exeter City. And they've just come up from League Two. So yeah, huge respect for Exeter. I have seen them once come to Coventry and they brought, what, but just under 1,000, I think. So yeah, they do have a decent following, and respect to the Exeter City fans that do go on those long away journeys. Let's go to Cheltenham next. Cheltenham average about 260 away fans, so pretty similar to Burton. I'm going to just squeeze Cheltenham into C. I saw them come to Coventry and they were quite good. They can make a bit of noise. I think they're an okay fan base. I'll put Cheltenham in C. Next up, we have got Plymouth Argyle. Plymouth do have to travel probably one of the most out of all of these League One teams, considering they're from Devon, but even further than Exeter to most away days. And you know what? They're having a great season. It'd be great to see them come up to the Championship. They've got some real loyal supporters there. I'm going to say they're an A. Plymouth Argyle have got some great fans. Plymouth Argyle have been averaging around 1,500 away fans this season, which is great support, and they can be noisy as well. So Plymouth Argyle are going in A. Fleetwood Town are next. Fleetwood Town I'm going to have to put in fail. Now, I do like Fleetwood. This isn't a slant at them, but it's just their fan base isn't particularly big. They average around 200 away fans. I'm sure to the big away days like Sheffield Wednesday and Bolton, they'll take quite a few, but yeah, like when they travel down to Charlton or Plymouth or Portsmouth, it's such a long journey that only the sort of loyalist supporters will go, and you can understand that, but Fleetwood Town support isn't that big in this division. MK Dons next. I'll put them in C. They've been averaging around 500 away fans this season. Obviously, bear in mind that they've not really had a great season, so that will affect some of the fans, but obviously, fair play to the fans that are still going. I've seen them a few times, MK Dons. I think their support is probably better on the road than it is at home, because the stadium at home is so big that they can rarely fill it. So yeah, I'll put MK Dons in C. Next up are Oxford United. Oxford United I'm going to push into A. I think Oxford United are one of the underrated fan bases in this league. They've been averaging about 900 away fans on the road this season. They've got a very good support, so yeah, they can be noisy. I've seen them a couple of times. I've seen them come to Coventry. I've seen them at Wembley as well, and yeah, they had a great crowd for the Arsenal game at home. But if we're looking at away fans, yeah, they're a pretty well supported team on the road. Like I say, just under 1,000 they're averaging, so pretty good from Oxford United. Sheffield Wednesday next, and they are going right at the top of the class with an A star. Sheffield Wednesday are averaging the highest away numbers this season, just under 3,000, which is fantastic. They've obviously been taking big crowds everywhere. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday have got great support everywhere they go. They're just a very big club, and it'd be great to see them back in the Championship. They certainly look like they could get promoted this season. Great following. Honestly, it must make a difference when they've got one of the noisiest and biggest supports in the league. Sheffield Wednesday, A star. Next up, Derby County. They're also going in A star. The second biggest following on the road this season on average. They're averaging just over 2,000, which is fantastic, honestly. And some of the games they've gone to, they've really taken loads. So, yeah, once again, noisy fan base, passionate fan base. They have to go in that top bracket. Once again, Derby County belong in the Championship. Next up, Morecambe. Morecambe have been averaging around 300 away fans. I'm going to just about have to sneak them into fail. I'm so sorry, Morecambe. I do like Morecambe. It's great to see them in League One. I just don't think they've got one of the best followings in the league. Once again, that's down to them being one of the smaller clubs, but massive respect to the fans that obviously make the journeys. Portsmouth are next. Portsmouth have to go in A-star as well. Real loyal fan base. Fratton Park's probably one of my favourite grounds in this division. But yeah, on the road, they'll always take thousands. They've got a really noisy support. There's always a bell ringing, isn't there? They've got some passionate fans at Portsmouth, you must say. So A-star for me. Portsmouth, another club I want to see back in the Championship. And I'll also say the same for Bolton Wanderers. They're fighting for the playoffs this season. They have got one of the best supports in the league. They're coming at 5th, averaging around 1,500 away fans. Like I say, they're fighting for the playoffs this season. Another big club I would want to see in the Championship. Accrington Stanley next. Accrington, I'm going to have to put in fail. The lowest average away attendances this season, coming in with 140. That is really small compared to some of the support in this league. But once again, I'll say a massive well done to the Accrington fans that do go away and support them. But it's really one of the smallest fan bases, so it has to go at the bottom. Barnsley are next. I do like Barnsley. I like Barnsley away. I like Oakwell. Their fans are quite good. I'm going to put them in A. They're averaging the 7th most away fans this season with 1,400. Like I say, there's some games that aren't a million miles away from them. Sheffield Wednesday, Derby County's not a million miles away, so they're the kind of grounds where you'd expect them to take thousands. And Barnsley, another team pushing to get back into the Championship. I do like Barnsley. I'm going to say their fans go in A. Forest Green Rovers next. Forest Green Rovers are averaging 250 away fans. That's not a lot. I'm going to have to put them in fail. It's one of the smallest. It's the 4th smallest support away in the league. Obviously, they're fighting for survival. It'd be great to see them stay up in League One. It'd be a great story, but their fan base is one of the smallest, so it has to go down the bottom end. Peterborough United, they've got a good following. I'm going to put them in A. Peterborough United have been averaging just under 1,000 away fans this season. I've seen them a couple times. They can make quite a bit of noise. Ipswich Town next. They have to go in A-star. Another team battling to get back into the Championship. Another team with at least a Championship fan base. They get good numbers at home, and the 3rd most away fans on average away from home. They're averaging 1,600. Some real passionate fans there. They can get chanting, they can get singing, and some of the limbs for their goals are always quite interesting to see. So yeah, Ipswich are going to go at the top. Next up are Cambridge United. They've been averaging 800 away fans this season, which is pretty good support, to be honest. So yeah, I think Cambridge are another team that can make a bit of noise. I've only seen them once, but I think they're a decent fan base, so Cambridge United are going in B. Next up, Charlton Athletic. Charlton have been averaging around 1,000 away fans this season. Pretty good support, considering obviously they're a London-based club. They've got lots of northern away games to go to this season, so yeah, it's really good support from Charlton Athletic. Once again, a passionate, noisy fan base. They're going to go in A for me. I'm going to put them at the sort of top end of the A category. Let's put them there around where Plymouth are. Really good support from Charlton Athletic. Another team I'd like to see back in the Championship. Bristol Rovers next. They have to go in A for me. Bristol Rovers have got some really passionate fans. Honestly, I don't know what it is about Bristol Rovers, but I think they've got seriously underrated fans. I think they really could compete in the Championship, their fan base. I think it's a really good fan base there. So yeah, they can be noisy. They've been averaging the 7th most away fans this season with 1,200. That is really good support. I'm going to nudge them just ahead of Peterborough there, actually. I think they're a really good fan base. Next up, Shrewsbury Town. Shrewsbury averaging around 500 away fans this season. It's okay, I suppose. It's kind of bog standard League One support. It's not bad. It's not great. Bear in mind, there's not many games local to Shrewsbury, so you bear that in mind. Massive respect to the Shrewsbury fans that follow them. I'll put them in C. Wycombe Wanderers next. They've got a decent following. They average about 650 on the road. I'll put Wycombe Wanderers in B. I think they've got some good support. I've seen them make quite a bit of noise on a few occasions. Wycombe fans are quite good. And last up, you've got Port Vale. Once again, an underrated fan base. I am actually going to squeeze them into A. I think Port Vale can make quite a bit of noise. And like I say, I saw them at Wembley. There was thousands of them. They've got really good support. And it's great to see them pushing for the League One playoffs. So then, guys, that wraps up this video. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comments. That's my brief summary of my thoughts on the League One fan base is. If you disagree, give your comments down below. Let me know your opinions in the comments. Do make sure to drop a like. Do subscribe if you're a League One fan. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.